Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Halvonis here. First off, I'm just going to apologize in advance for any noise quality issues that will happen in this video. I cannot control that at the moment, as there are people in the middle of the day running around my house and screaming. So, I'm going to move right into what I want to talk about today. Now, you've seen my last video on the Xbox One. It was a preview and basically just the system specs and info of the Xbox One. So now we're going to go on to the PS4 and we're going to dive right into this. So some of the things that are key to the PS4 as a gaming system. You can game offline. You do not need an Xbox, you do not need an internet connection to game on your Xbox when you have no internet. None whatsoever. The drawback, but also kind of good thing is, you as a person only have to pay $5 a month to have your PlayStation Plus. Once you have PlayStation Plus, you can play all those games online. So you can play the multiplayers of the games. Now, that's the first time that PS4 or PlayStation in the total have had a pay to play online kind of feature. And I say it's a feature because when you subscribe to PlayStation Plus, you get a ton of stuff. Like, you can get discounted games and free downloads. They've been doing free downloads for years now, since the PS3 came out. Now a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's just copying off of the Xbox Live 2 games free per month thing." Yes and no. Xbox is basically the one that copied it off of Sony, and if you look, I mean, you're going to be getting newer titles for free on the PlayStation 4 in the PS Plus service. So they said that some of the downloadable games that will be coming free can even be starting with The Last of Us, which just released not a couple days ago as of making this video. So it's going to be a pretty heated warfare between these two consoles. So now we're going to go back. There is no backwards compatibility. However, they will have a cloud gaming streaming of older games in the future. This is not going to be available on launch, but they do promise to go and follow through with this, meaning that you may be able to play some of your older and light games on your PS4, which is a good start. You know, it's a good start to the thing. I hope they follow through with it. I hope that they go ahead and even bring it out as close to within the first year of the console being released. There is no info on a PS4 requirement to play, meaning there could be a requirement to play, so you could have to have your Move controller plugged in, or you could have to have your PlayStation Eye on. But as of right now, they're saying there's no need for you to have a PlayStation Eye plugged in. There's no need for you to have your Move controller plugged in. None of that. There is no DRM restriction. You can do what you please with your game disc. Meaning, we have an Xbox who says you must, absolutely must, have deactivated and activated the game off of your account to trade in. It also says that if you want to trade the game to your friends so they can use it, they have to pay a fee to use the game. Like, if they're going to just use it for a day, they're going to have to pay a fee, and they can either send it back or keep it. There's no giving it to another friend. So PS4 is winning me over in that department. Now, I did say in the other game that I'm trying not to be biased. I am trying to be a split right down the middle, trying to give you the information. I am only giving information. I'm not saying I prefer one over the other. But if I was going to say that, PS4 is definitely winning in the leaderboards. PS Vita remote play option is mandatory on all PS4 games that do not require additional peripherals. So, if you, as a gamer, don't have a PS Vita, there are some games that will not function without your PS Vita. On the counter note, because of this feature, I assume that PS Vitas will drop in price immediately, because they want people to have both of those systems. And the PS Vita, combined with the PS4, is actually a really, really good way if you wanted to launch, some games like that after the release of the PS4. So what I'm saying is, you'll stroll down into a Walmart or another store, a Radio Shack, which is like a Canadian equivalent to Source, which is actually taken over, or Source, or a Circuit City, or a Staples, whatever. You're going to go down, and you're going to see, oh my god, PS Vita and PS4 combined. You're going to see a package deal where you get the PS4 and the PS Vita. And what they can even do there is they don't even have to include a controller. Sorry, they don't have to include a controller, because the PS Vita acts as your controller. You have a wireless controller if you already own a PS Vita. That's pretty cool. They want to have the integration between the two be synonymous with each other. That's not to say that Xbox hasn't said that. I neglected to mention in the Xbox video that there's going to be, for the Xbox, you're going to have a lot of tablet control with your Xbox, which, don't get me wrong, like, that's another redeeming quality of the the Xbox One, because the synonymous use of your tablet and your Xbox, you can do a lot of things. They even said you can create worlds in some of these games that you are playing. That's a redeeming quality of it, and I would like to just stress the fact that that's a redeeming quality to the Xbox One, but it's still got a long way to go. Indie developers can self-publish games. Yes. An indie developer can say, I made this really cool hack and slash RPG. Okay, what do I have to do? I go to Xbox One and I have to have a publisher, and they're going to take a cut. Well, Xbox takes a cut, and then they're going to say, oh, maybe you could change this and this. Or I can go to PS4 where I have free reign over anything I want. I can put the game up. I can tell you how much I want to give the price for it. A reasonable price. I know they're not going to come on and say, I want $1,000 for this game. They're not going to do that. It's going to be a reasonable price, maybe a full price AAA title price, or maybe even a downloadable content price. They're probably going to be cheap since they're indie developers. And when you're going to get out of that, you're going to get tons of content coming to the PS4 that Sony doesn't even have to contract. So you're going to have people going on... If you want to capture a PC audience, get the indie developers on your console. Let them do that, because that's going to boost your games up enormously. Now, let's go over the availability, the Blu-ray, and the hard drive. PS4 will be available at the fourth quarter of 2013, so again, maybe in November, maybe close to Christmas release for this console. Probably either before or after the Xbox One. Probably, I would probably say get it out before if you want to get a competitive edge on them, but they may even end up releasing on the same day. If they do, I cannot wait to be amazed at what people are going to choose. Blu-ray. As always, the PS3 had a Blu-ray player, the PS4 will have a Blu-ray player. It has a built-in 500 gigabyte hard drive. I brought up the concern that if they're giving us a built-in large number like a 500 gigabyte hard drive, how big are these games going to be? Because it's looking like they're probably going to be huge. Let's see here. Motion control. You will have either, I think it's the same or updated Move controller. That's just, again, to those little Move games that are fun for parties and such. Its CPU will be an 8-core x86 AMD. Of course, it is the exact same as the CPU in the Xbox One, but hey, it's a decent CPU. RAM. It'll have an 8GB GDDR5 RAM sticks. So, you can even upgrade these. Now, I don't think they've mentioned this, but I'm assuming that they will be able to do this. That you will be able to update your RAM in those, because they're basically making them PC spec. I'll be honest with you there. Does it have USB 3.0? Of course it has a USB 3.0. Can it connect wirelessly to the internet? Yes, it can. Does it have HDMI? Yes. Since it's just an HDMI, I assume it's just going to be out, but it may be in and out HDMI. Can you suspend and resume gameplay support? Yes. Do you have background downloading? Yes. Native gameplay sharing? Yes. Real-time gameplay streaming? Yes. It's going to be on Ustream, which I think is actually amazing, considering Ustream is garbage to me. Like, I've tried Ustream before, could not even get half the gameplay I wanted to get out on it. So, I'm a little sour from Ustream, but I think that there's going to be a method to this madness. I think Ustream wants to finally be that competitor with Twitch. If they compete, Twitch for the PC people are going to become amazing, because Twitch will innovate more and more to make sure that the PC gamer and anyone who uses Twitch as for console gaming, so if they have the setup for recording gameplay and game capture cards on their computer, they're going to make sure that functionality is going to be amazing for them, so they actually go ahead and use Twitch over Ustream. If I plan on getting a PS4, which now that I'm working a little bit more and I have, I'm gonna start saving up, I think perhaps a PS4 is in my future. Maybe not right away, but afterwards, and I will probably get a game capture card as well for it. And I would use that for Twitch. I honestly would. And the price point now for this console is $399. That's right, $100 cheaper than the Xbox One. That's amazing. You're telling me that you're gonna launch the console for $100 cheaper than your competitor? You are basically just shitting on this Xbox console, aren't you? Anyway, this has been a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. Thank you for listening to both of these videos. If you have, leave a comment in the comments below whether you will be buying a PS4 or not. Give me some reasons why, maybe. And above all else, you know what? Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the videos. And there's plenty more to come afterwards. I hope that I was a little bit wasn't a little bit biased in this, but I know I was. So, take care, guys, and peace out. See you later.